able to say Friday?
Yeah, I do.
Friday morning.
I do.
Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center, and he's going to remind us of the importance of donating blood. And it's simple. If you don't donate blood, there's no blood supply. And somebody out there will need it, and it might be you or somebody you love. The segment that we do with Galen is sponsored by Penn Flooring. They provide quality customer service and, of course, some beautiful flooring. They've been doing this as a family business for over a quarter of a century. Stop in and visit their showroom at 1201 Southwest 17th Street, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, by that bridge that goes over the railroad tracks.
Yep.
Trying to get the picture on there. There it is. And tell him tell him that you heard about him on WOCA. Tell him thank you for sponsoring the segment with Galen Unold and LifeSouth. And good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
It's Friday. It's Good Friday. It's a good. It is a Good Friday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's not the good one, but yeah.
Right, not the good one.
No, it's coming up in March, I believe.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's early this year.
Wow.
It is early this year. Yeah.
Wow.
Easter's earlier this year.
Yes,
another chocolate holiday.
That's right.
Another chocolate holiday.
Another chocolate holiday.
Yep.
Well, Christmas is the first chocolate holiday, really, or the last, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Because Thanksgiving isn't considered a chocolate holiday, right?
No. No, Christmas is some chocolate, but Easter and Valentine's Day are the mother of all chocolate holidays.
The mother of all
yes,
chocolate.
they are. Valentine's Day and Easter.
Galen, when you have your chocolate in your wine, do you include a floral arrangement in any way?
I haven't bought chocolate for my wife in a long time.
Oh, really? She doesn't like chocolate?
You know, no, that's not the case. It's just, you know, with the healthier lifestyle that everybody's trying to live, it just doesn't facilitate that very well.
That leads me to a question. Do you believe that chocolate is actually healthy for you, or that's just a big campaign by the chocolate people?
No, I think it really is healthy for you. I mean, it's a natural ingredient. So
is sugar.
Everything that they put in the chocolate, you know, it's the sugar and the calories and all that.
But
they have sugar-free.
Sugar's a natural.
Chocolate.
You ever tasted sugar-free chocolate?
Yeah.
You wish you had.
Yeah, it is kind of bad. Yeah.
Ocala does have a wonderful chocolate store downtown Ocala, though. It's really really good. You can order whatever you want. They can make whatever shape that you want if you've got any kind of shape you want. And they have the best chocolate covered cherries because they're all homemade. There's nothing store about it. So I always get my candy there.
Do they sell the big?
Yeah, and a little's not going to hurt you. That's for sure. So
no. Okay. I was wondering if they sold the chocolate erotica.
I hadn't seen any out in their counter, but that's not to say they don't take special orders.
That out underneath the counter.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a chocolate place that sold chocolate erotica, Galen?
Only when we've talked about it on the show before.
Oh, it has come up? I forgot it came up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So, I guess I have then.
Hold on, the phone has rung. Let me take a phone call. Good morning, you're on the air.
Yeah, good morning, you know what is sinfully delicious are those coconut, chocolate-dipped coconut patties that they sell at the fruit stands.
Those are good, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yummies, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, way better than Peter Paul Mounds.
Well, those are good too, though. I like those too. Yeah, I like chocolate.
Okay. Have a good morning.
Thank you, Jim. I just don't, get orgasmic over it. I just like them.
Yeah.
It doesn't hit the money spot. It just hits the spot. Galen's not saying anything.
Yes.
What are you gonna say?
Absolutely.
It's one of those weekends, isn't it? There's no Super Bowl this weekend. There's no golf tournament this weekend. What is in the sports thing this weekend? Anything?
Yeah. I mean, there's some basketball going on, but that's about it. I mean, it's the dead time for me until baseball season starts, and so it means that we can actually do something this weekend without me feeling like I'm missing a game of some kind. So
are you rooting for anybody with the Grammys?
I won't care.
Not one. So I'm rooting for one lady.
I don't watch any of those award shows. I just think they're so self-grandizing that I get so frustrated by it all. And I'm sure people who aren't sports fans feel the same thing about sports, but I really.
Sports.
It just bothers me.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Sports trophies aren't normally handed out in some gala event, right? that they normally hand it at the end of a game.
Yeah, I mean, NASCAR's trying to do it, and I think even that's ridiculous. But you're right. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, and there's a clear-cut winner, and I like to believe that there's no, you know, built-in politics and all of that the way there seems to be with Grammy.
So you want to be a what did you call me, a bandwagon fan? You want to be a bandwagon fan? I'll give you somebody to be a bandwagon fan for.
I wouldn't even know who to. I wouldn't.
Well, let me help you. Let me help you with this.
All right, let's do it then.
Sia, S-I-A. This is the girl.
This is the Chandelier. You've talked about her before.
Right. I'm supporting her. I don't really care about the Grammys either, basically, but in this case I do, and here's why. Because Sia is not, well, she doesn't have like the classic good looks of a lot of stars.
Well, she's older.
She's like 40 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she's still a pretty lady. But that's
and she's still on the Chandelier.
Chandelier is an awesome song. Yeah, but she has written so many great songs for Beyonce, for Britney Spears, for Eminem. I mean, the list is unbelievable.
Yeah,
and she's kind of like the brains behind a lot of these great songs. But yet at the same time, when she puts a video of her own, she gets picked on by the stupid people on YouTube who comment nasty stuff about her crooked tooth and about her funny hair.
Yeah, it's because she's older.
To the extent that she's decided to not face the camera anymore, which has become almost like a almost like a publicity stunt of its own. And yet, she didn't mean it to be. She meant it to be just simply, I just don't want to face the camera anymore. People keep making fun of me.
Right.
So this is a fabulously talented woman, not only as a singer but as a writer, who needs to have something to that kind of documents that, yes, you are fabulous. So a Grammy Award would be suitable for her, I think. That's why I'm supporting her.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds like a fair reason.
There you go. So now I give you a bandwagon team to root for.
Is that on tonight?
Sunday.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, what are they doing on the Friday night? Okay.
Sunday.
Isn't it taped? Is that one live or is that one taped?
It's live.
I don't know.
Yeah,
okay.
It starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Time and 5 p.m. Pacific Time. So if you want to, but they always had the red carpet thing before.
Yeah.
All right.
But it's all live.
But I do have a different topic today. I want to talk to you about medicines and medical treatments and procedures that are no longer used. I think it's a fun topic because I read something that when our generation, do you use Vicks Vapor Rub or any kind of vapor rub at all?
Yeah, occasionally, absolutely.
Oh, you do? See, I was reading that this is going to go away with our generation.
I would think it would. Yeah, I mean, I haven't used it probably in a very, very, very long time.
Because I guess the science says it really doesn't do anything.
It makes you feel better because it puts warmth on your chest.
Seems like it does something.
It does. It really does.
But anyway.
Yeah, I think it does something. I agree with you. I mean, yeah. When it's really when I really am congested, and then I go to the Vicks Vapor Rub. So.
All right. So how's the blood supply? Let me ask you that first.
We're okay. You know, again, we continue to need to help kind of backfill the whole Northeast that's going to get pounded again. So we've been helping them out tremendously over the last week, and we're going to need to continue to do that. So that's really a big thing.
We must be almost up to 8 weeks by now, right? Are we almost there?
Yeah, it was the week before the Monday before Christmas because we donated out here at the Bloodmobile and then we played in the mall. We Christmas caroled.
All right, so we might be ready.
So around the 20th of February, we should be set.
My commitment this year is to get it every 8 weeks, just to have the perfect score.
Yeah,
that's awesome. And there's a lot of people who try to donate, you know, as much as they can in a year, and you know, my hat's off to those individuals.
So if I can
I work there and I can't do that.
Can you
Yeah.
Is there a way to know in advance when the Bloodmobile will be here at the mall?
Yeah, absolutely. You can go to our website at LifeSouth.org, and there's a Bloodmobile locator. And so you could put in your zip code and it'll have our locations out for the year. I don't know if we have any more blood drives scheduled at the mall specifically.
Oh, okay.
Because I know we're still
But even if you
negotiating that.
Easy Street or Walmart, I mean that's close enough.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's all there.
All right,
They were at Goodwill last week. We saw LifeSouth when we left here.
All right. Well, let's find out what our date is when we're ready, and then we'll go to as soon as we can see one.
Yeah.
And try to get it in every.
LifeSouth.org.
All right, let's take our break, and when we come back, I have some medical practices that actually worsen the disease, and therefore we stopped using them.
Probably a good idea.
And we'll be right back. This is WOCA. We'll be right back.
Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. A nice day today, mostly sunny skies and breezy. Maybe a shower along the coast for a time, the high 63 to 67. And partly cloudy tonight, lows ranging from 38 in a few inland spots to about 50 along the coast. Tomorrow, more sun and clouds and milder in the afternoon, the high 67 to 71. On Sunday, a pleasant day with plenty of sunshine, the high 71 to 75. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
All right, 16 minutes after 8 o'clock, and let's take a quick look at the temperature. Are you in a place where you can tell me the temperature in your car? Are you in your car right now?
I'm not, no.
No, okay.
Actually, inside my house.
So it says 44 degrees. That's what it says here on our thermometer. Okay.
I think it's warmer than that. I was just outside. I don't think it's that cold.
Really? Maybe you're getting used to it. All right, some things we don't do.
Not.
We don't do anymore. Somebody who has lost a leg no longer gets a peg leg. That's gone. We don't
Probably a good idea, right?
Yeah, we have much better prosthetics now. But I guess at one time it was better than nothing, right?
Sure.
I would think so.
Another thing we don't know is we don't put leeches on people.
No.
you know, I think I think they do still use them in some sets because they're and I've seen it this way. So, for example, if you lose a finger or a toe,
right,
they'll reattach the part that you lost and then attach a leech to it because it draws the blood into the finger and it helps develop the veins and the capillaries and things like that, so you can make that living tissue.
Wow. Okay.
Gosh, didn't know that. Wow.
We no longer use
because it's the best source to do that. So
yeah. we no longer use radiated water.
Well, that's probably a good idea, don't you think?
Radiated water.
You know, it's amazing how many cures there were for radiation. They used for radiation to try to cure things.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
We no longer use cocaine toothache drops.
No, that's too bad. Too bad.
That would solve a lot.
Cocaine toothache drops. I see an ad here for 50.
You wouldn't feel much. You'd have a good time, and you could hang out with some different rock stars. So
we no longer use smoke enemas.
Oh,
I think that was probably useless.
Have you heard of this?
Oh,
right?
I've not heard of that, but it sounds horrible.
Okay, when you combine the word, I can't even say it. Enema,
Yes.
right?
Smoke.
The word smoke. I'm like, that's literally blowing smoke up.
Oh,
Exactly.
Yes, it is.
That's probably where the phrase came from. Then now we know.
Well, let's see.
Very
What says? If lives needed to be saved in the 17th and 18th centuries, people relied on a technique which was thought to cure pretty much every disease. It was called tobacco smoke enema, and it involved blowing smoke with a smoke blowing device right where you think it's supposed to go with that word.
Why wouldn't you? If you think about it, I'm like, people standing around a campfire. Oh, that feels good on my tush there. Saying,
Exactly.
let's get naked and let's do some savage rituals, and there you go. Boom.
Here's the logic. It was believed that a struggling respiratory system could be kick-started by warming it up with tobacco smoke.
Uh-huh.
And what better way to get to the respiratory system?
That's right.
There you go. There you go. It's all connected, Larry.
That's right. It's got to find its home.
It's all connected.
We don't use shock therapy anymore.
Thank God.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's see. Scientists believe that electricity possessed healing properties, and a simple jolt of electricity was a miracle cure. It was applied to the man's genitals often.
Oh.
Yes.
Considered to be the most effective place to place it.
Gee.
Men that were caught. How do I say this? Can I say this? The M word, master.
Yes.
Okay, you got it. You know what I'm gonna say. All right. Men who were caught doing that were considered to be insane, and to make them sane again, they would connect electrodes to prevent them from doing it, because it was believed that doing that would cause them to become impotent.
Oh my gosh. The opposite. Gosh. Wow. That's why there are so many horror stories out of those asylums.
All right, we no longer use moldy bread and dung as a cure.
Ew.
That's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, right?
See,
I think that's a great idea.
let's see. Everything from lizard blood to moldy bread was considered a medicine. If you had a toothache, a dead mouse paste was thought to ease the pain.
Oh.
Moldy bread was used as a disinfectant. The most disgusting medicine of all has to be the dung remedy. Donkey, fly, and even human excrement was thought to possess healing properties.
Oh, gee. Well, moldy bread I can see because of the penicillin thing. You know,
Oh, my God.
Oh, God. Donkey dung. Yuck.
In ancient Egypt, contraceptives consisted of dried crocodile dung that was inserted into the woman.
Oh. Oh.
You see, this is why I'm glad I live now.
Let's think this out. What would lead you to believe that that was a good idea?
Well, the reaction of the husband.
What?
He would stay away, and therefore no babies.
Yeah.
He'd say, "Gosh, that's crazy.
It's disgusting.
I'm not going near that."
Yeah.
All right. I
Does that make
that's
sense?
one way to look at it.
Does that make sense?
It does.
I guess, yeah, Larry. I mean, that's better than what I had. I had nothing. So your something is better than mine. Nothing.
All right.
Yeah, no lunch today, honey.
Let's see.
Come on.
All right, next one. Mrs. Winslow's soothing syrup is no longer used. Mrs.
Very soothing.
Have you heard about this?
No.
It was given to children and infants in the 19th century. The syrup was marketed as a remedy to restlessness, especially during teething. The company, the Mrs. Winslow Company, claimed to have formulated the syrup while keeping in mind the safety of the most vulnerable members of the family. Then in 1910, the New York Times printed an article that showed the ingredients, which included morphine and alcohol.
Oh, nice. Nice. That'll knock your socks off.
Ay. No wonder we had so many infant deaths back then.
Yeah. Gosh.
We no longer do lobotomies. Did you know that?
Yeah, there's no reason to. I mean, cutting out the brain's not going to help anything.
I guess we've done this,
Thank God.
but we did this even into the 1940s.
Yeah.
It says here.
Yeah.
From those asylums.
Wow.
Awful.
A physician named Walter Freeman devised a faster way to do a lobotomy. I'm trying to shorten it down here, which involved shoving an ice pick into the corner of the eye while the patient was unconscious.
Oh, God. No, those
most of that was just experimentation, probably more than they thought they could help him.
Yeah.
I think because they're like, this guy's a lost cause anyway. We might as well take a lump of his brain and see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably sad. It's very sad to say, but I think that's what was true. They couldn't help him, so.
As recently as the 20th century, mercury was used to cure sexually transmitted diseases.
Well, why not? I guess that would kill something.
Yes.
Wow.
For sure.
Let's see. Hemorrhoid surgery was not conducted once upon a time. Instead, somebody suffering from hemorrhoids got the hot iron treatment.
Oh.
They just burn it off?
Let's see. Sufferers of hemorrhoids had to either sit on a curved stone that was once sat on by Saint Fiacre.
That's a good option.
A saint associated with healing powers. So you sat on a stone that was sat on by
Good option, Larry. Don't poo-poo that idea.
That's good. You had to get a hot iron rod. And a monk would do that. The monk had to push the hot iron rod into you.
Oh, that hurts thinking about it.
Yeah. Another cure
Gee.
that we don't do anymore. Vicks Vapor Rub sounds pretty mild, then, doesn't it?
It does.
I'm pretty sure that's fine.
Do you Hold on, the phone has wrong. Good morning. You're on the air.
Maybe this is.
Yeah, good morning, guys.
Yeah.
See, they gave up on artificial hearts because of the success with real hearts.
That's good.
Yeah.
Happy Valentine's Day.
That's good. Thank you. We give up on artificial hearts.
Okay.
All right. Let's see. Once upon a time, it was believed that women had little to no sexual desire. This belief left women frustrated and complaining about sleepless nights, nervousness, irritability, and other symptoms, and now get joked about by stand-up comedians. Their frustration was misinterpreted as hysteria, the cure for which was first a doctor applying oil and massaging the oil with his fingers, which seemed to help the ladies.
I bet it did.
To be a doctor back in the day. You get away with all kinds of things.
Doctor, I'm so nervous. I'm irritable. I don't know what's going on. Here, I got some for you.
There were probably, let's be completely honest, Larry. There were probably hysteria specialists.
It could be, yeah.
And the guy, the husband was like, "Hey, Doc, I appreciate it. Whatever you did, you made her happier."
Yeah. Same time next week, ma'am. Yes, sir.
It was probably traveled around.
I would think so.
An excerpt from the book that taught doctors how to do this says that the women you treat with this massage will get extreme relief from hysteria, but first you will hear them screaming out the pain.
Oh, I gotta get that book.
The doctors call them hysterical paroxysms.
We call them gigolos now, Larry.
we call them orgasms now.
Yeah.
Hysterical paroxysms. Wow.
And the name of the book is
that happens occasionally.
Men go to doctors like that too. It's against the law, but we do.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, some do.
Should be illegal.
All right. The next one. Actually, the last one is trepanation, the oldest form of surgery known to man. It's basically a fancy word for drilling a hole into the skull without anesthesia.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean that's a good idea, right? I mean, there's stuff in the brain that just needs to come out. I mean, it releases evil spirits. There's all kinds of pressure. If you have a headache, how many times have you had a headache and just wish you could, or a sinus infection and just wish you could drill right through your skull?
Well, as a matter of fact,
the pressure.
This was considered a cure for migraines, seizures, and insanity.
You drill a hole in your head, you don't feel that pain anymore. Right?
That's for sure. Yeah,
and if you go deep enough, you don't feel pain anywhere.
No.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
It's Valentine's Day next week. Mm-hmm. You could play doctor and say, "Hey, you want to do an old medical?"
Get that book.
At Valentine's Day, there is no. It's the most pressure-packed day for a relationship between two people who think they love each other or do love each other. Right?
Well,
it is very pressure. Yes.
But you could screw it up.
You could screw it up. But we went through this yesterday. We got about a dozen or so restaurants in Ocala that are considered great Valentine's Day restaurants. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there are. But again, it's so much pressure.
Here's the conclusion: don't go to any fast food and don't go to any buffets.
Right.
Pretty much everything else is okay.
Yeah, and you better make your reservation today.
Exactly.
All right,
exactly.
Galen, where's the Bloodmobile today?
Bloodmobile today, Larry, is actually at the Regal Cinemas. So
nice,
out there
right next door,
right across the street. So
SpongeBob is coming out, so maybe we'll have a turnout.
SpongeBob,
who's
the
in
movie?
Who's in the? I thought you meant somebody's in the costume.
No.
SpongeBob is coming out. Oh, we've got 15 seconds. Okay, go donate blood, and we've got a...
Yeah, please do.
LifeSouth is on Silver Springs Boulevard by the Cascades, and in Denellen by Winn-Dixie. Galen, have a great weekend, and root for Sia. Root for Sia.
See ya. All right. You guys are the best.
Thanks.
Bye.
As worries about measles outbreaks grows, Chicago health officials grappling with a cluster of new cases.
5 infants who attend the same daycare in Palatine, Illinois, have been diagnosed, and about 10 more kids could have been exposed as well. Some of these children are too young to be vaccinated.
Fox Radio's Tanya J. Powers. The source of infection has not been identified. We're getting more information about the deadly plane crash into a river in Taiwan. Safety officials say the plane's engines lost power before the crash.
On the banks of the river in Taipei, divers pulling more bodies from the wreckage. Family members attending a prayer service for the 43 people dead or missing, among them the pilot of the TransAsia Airways turboprop.
Fox Radio's Alistair Wanklin. And sentencing day in a Manhattan court for an Egyptian lawyer who spread terror threats after the 1998 bombings of 2 U.S. embassies. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News on your time. The Fox News iPad app is ready to go with all the great features from FoxNews.com and our iPhone app optimized specifically for your iPad. Watch the latest clips from your favorite Fox News shows. Personalize the app by creating your own newscast using the video playlist. Listen to Fox News Radio live. Get local weather forecasts. And it's all free. Go to foxnews2go.mobi. That's foxnews2go.mobi.
Some people would call him a loser. He ran for state office. He was beaten. He started a business. He failed. He ran for Congress. He lost. He was nominated for vice president. He lost again. But he knew only those who never tried are the real losers. And Abraham Lincoln was no loser. Persistence. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
Howdy, folks. RL here for Dairy Queen, wishing you everyone a happy New Year. And to start it off right, you need a hot, juicy, char-grilled bacon cheeseburger, fried drink, and a sundae for just $5. Or try our famous chicken strips or wraps. Nobody offers all this quality and value but Dairy Queen. And this offer's good till 4 p.m. every day at Dairy Queen, Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
What you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
If you woke up feeling bloated, load up on water-rich fruits and veggies. Reminiscing about your first encounter, talking about it, creates the same changes in brain chemistry in both of you, which means it'll feel like you're falling in love all over again. If you experience breakouts and you normally drink fat-free milk, consider switching to 1% milk or dairy alternatives that contain fewer than 10 grams of sugar per serving.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Join us on Saturday, March 7, 2015 for the second annual Habitat Strawberries Festival at the McPherson Government Complex. The goal of this festival is not only to provide a great time for families in Ocala, but to also raise funds to build a home for our family and our community and support Habitat for Humanity's mission to strengthen communities, build hope, and provide dignified housing solutions. Remember, Saturday, March 7, 2015 for the second annual Habitat Strawberries Festival at the McPherson Government Complex, which starts at 7 a.m. with breakfast.
Hi, my name is Dr. Erica Olstein with A Better You Healthcare Acupuncture and Eastern Medicine. As primary care physicians, we use acupuncture to treat back pain, arthritis, migraines, allergies, high blood pressure, thyroid disorders, hormone imbalances, stress, and more using all natural medical therapies. We treat the source of your problems, not just your symptoms. For more information, go to abetteryouhealthcare.com or call today to set up your appointment. 352-615-5566.
Hospice of Marion County has an urgent volunteers to share a conversation with someone, run errands, hold someone's